Reporting live from the California Science Center. It is October 11th. The solid rocket boosters for the space shuttle have arrived here at the California Science Center. Just walking through the Rose Garden here, and I'm walking up to get a good look at them. I got off the metro, and they've arrived here on property. They're so big you can see them from the street pretty easily. Um, that's a perfect shot right there. You can see one of them right underneath the California Science Center sign. You know where we are. It arrived earlier this morning. Brought it down Figueroa from 43rd place. There's one right there.
Oh shit! Opa!
That's one. The other one's over there.
Everything is here. Yeah? Yeah. Everything is here. Well, these are probably right there. Well, one state is whatever is inside is going on the foot. So all the pieces are here. Go to the Science Center and you can see it. It's free.
Oh, even better.
See the space so we can walk underneath it. Unfortunately, no. Because I have the keys. But yes, that's
I'm gonna try and see if I can get a little closer. Uh-oh. Finger hit the button.
It's open 7 days a week, except for
See, we got a crowd on the other side of the road too. It looks like they're getting ready to lift it off of the rig right there. And I was overhearing the folks behind me. They're going to place them on those racks over there. Open brakes. It's interesting. They rolled those circular things to put up under the truck. I'm guessing that's to help them have level ground to brace as it lifts this heavy object up. You see the hydraulics coming down. I think they're still trying to level the ground for the brace. Yeah, just like I thought they had to brace, with the circular things weren't high enough. They need a level ground, level platform to brace, because this street curves. Because if it's not level when they pick that solid rocket booster up, it could tip that thing over, and that would be really bad.
Wife will like that.
I could have to be your screensaver everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna give a little information here while we're waiting for them to lift this thing. You see they're getting closer to pulling it up. You see that orange thing over there in the scaffolding? That is the external fuel tank. They brought that here down city streets about 9 years ago. No, it was 8 or 9 years ago. I forget exactly what year. It was either 2014, 2015. I think it was 2015. I had the pleasure of watching that come down Vermont, not too far away from where I live as well. And now with the solid rocket boosters arriving today, all of the pieces of the Space Shuttle assembly for liftoff are now with us here at the California Science Center. They're going to put these pieces together, stand it all upright, and give us an exhibit of what the Space Shuttle looked like when it was prepared for launch standing upright. And this will be the only such exhibit of its kind in the world. There are other Space Shuttle exhibits around the country. All of them contain only one of the retired space shuttles. And to the best of my knowledge, they're all in the horizontal position. This will be the only one standing up with its rocket boosters. And of course, Space Shuttle Endeavour arrived here 11 years ago, flew in on a Boeing 747, I think it was, and came through the streets. And it's almost exactly 11 years to the day. I had the pleasure of seeing that in person as well. So it's awesome to be able to see this, and it's nearing complete. Their whole master plan of putting this exhibit together obviously was well in excess of a decade in the making, and it's great to see the nearing of completion of it now with the arrival of the final pieces of the exhibit. We're just going to have to wait until 2025 for the full upright exhibit to open. Space Shuttle Endeavour is still available to be seen for free at the California Science Center until December 31st of this year. After that, the exhibit will close while they build the building and the facility to stand the shuttle upright with these solid rocket boosters and the external fuel tank over there. And once again, that's going to open in 2025. So if you want to see Space Shuttle Endeavour before the exhibit closes, you have until December 31st
That makes sense.
of this year. This is actually really fascinating watching them prep this to be lifted. I was wondering how they're going to do it, but now I see with these plates, if you will, for lack of a better word, they're going to attach to each end to lift it up.
Yeah. Whatever, 2 cents. That's what I mean.
You know what? I just noticed that the wheels of that truck have now been lifted off the ground because of the braces that the hydraulic braces that they put down. That is amazing. That's how they leveled themselves to lift stuff like this. It's like feet planted on the ground, and they use those wooden planks to help level the truck. Was that okay?
Looks like it's hot. Is it open?
Hey Eddie. Good, how you doing, man? That's why I'm on this side of the fence.
Yeah.
I'm the
Georgina just texted me and said, get them folks off the wall for
Oh.
safety reasons, you
Yeah.
know? So I told them that's all I could do,
yeah.
you know? 'Cause have
Well,
you ever
they're
seen one of these
actually-
things lifted?
There are
Sometimes they
actual
don't go up.
security around here.
Yeah. I've been in Florida when they loaded them on the thing.
Oh yeah.
And so they're afraid they wipe out the wall. You guys can run back.
Yeah. There is a little bit of a breeze blowing this direction.
Yeah. So I'm just doing with Georgina, you know, I got a vice president telling me, hey, go do this, do
Eddie,
that.
do this, do that.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, right. Yeah. On that retirement check.
Right?
Oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get
It's okay. You're on live. Everyone can see you around the world.
Going live, nobody.
What is the lady?
Except for-
See
except
that
for the
she got to sit up. She's a taking motion picture. 32 hits a second.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
She works for the company here.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's her job now.
I took a few slow mo videos, and I'm gonna do the same. Or,
Yeah.
time lapse, I should say. Time lapse.
Okay.
Because I did that with the app.
So did you come here? You came on at 10 o'clock or?
came at 7. I'm staying all day, man.
No, I'm not gonna do all that. I got
Well, I'm staying till 2:30. You know, so I got up at 4:30. So
last year when it rained, I had a small leak. So I
oh,
put up a brand new roof.
yeah.
Cost me.
And it leaks. Dude,
Hey,
you gotta get that fixed for free. They
yeah,
messed it
they
up.
coming today to do a water check on to see where it's at.
They messed it up. They
Yeah,
gotta
they
fix
did.
it. And you shouldn't pay them a thing.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm gonna jump in front of you
Get
real
it done
quick.
right.
You're
All right,
fine.
man. There we go.
We do have a bit of a crowd out here today. And there's a crowd over there across the street gathered on the Science Center side watching. I like our view here though. I think we have a good view from right here. It feels like there's less people on this side of the road as well. So it was good that I came
Is it there?
from the metro that way behind me.
Down to I'm, yeah.
I can't wait to see them lift this thing. That's going to be fun. Look, you can see people in the windows. I guess those are the offices up there. You can see them in the window looking down, watching. It's a sight to see for everybody here. It is one of those days where it's a really good, positive civic pride in the air.
The crane that they had just for the Asper's. The Asper's is the crane that they had. So the Asper's
Yeah, we saw him, yeah.
So as of when these two buildings, the tires are
I think it's the only one, right? Out of the 5 shuttles, it's the only one that's going to be well, yeah, that too.
all real hardware and all real components.
So after they're in place, that's when you
For to do these guys?
yeah,
I'm
when
not,
these were in
I'm
place,
not
will we be able to walk around?
I think so, but this project is very cool. I don't know if they're going to do but I do know that they're going to They'll have scaffolding like that. I don't know if they're going to make it public because they asked her to express. But I do know that once the scaffolding yeah, they've been working on it to, and get it out. Well, it's Pin City. So, oh yeah, they're not serious. Like they're just, they're doing something like that. I mean, they're not polishing it.
They're literally screwing in
But along with the scaffolding,
the bolts for that steel thing that they're attaching to the solid rocket booster so they can lift it properly. It's really cool to see them doing this by hand, not using a mechanical drill. It's all by hand. Oh, no. Oh, it looks like they're using a power drill on that side. I saw this, the one worker screwing manually on the side closest to us, but it looks like on the far side they're using a power drill.
Oh, sure.
Has this one ever been used or
Yes,
not?
both of them
really?
have been used. Yes.
Oh, so they already covered.
Yes. Yeah, the solid rocket boosters were the other reusable part of the shuttle. The actual orbiter itself, the shuttle, and the two white solid rockets. The orange external tank that was down there, that was the only non-reusable part. That is a real external tank, but it was never used because they were built for disintegrate as they needed to be. Because they actually stayed connected to the shuttle until they punched through our atmosphere and actually got on. And it would orbit, it would stick with the shuttle for a few orbits before they detached it and made a problem.
Just crack. Burn.
It just burned up coming through the atmosphere. The solid rocket boosters, they were the ones that got the entire stack off the launch pad, and then 2 minutes into the 8.5-minute launch, that's when they detach. They separate, and out of the nose cones are down there, 2 parachutes would come out, and they would float
Oh, so
and
that's why
land
they
in the
don't get
Atlantic
damaged.
Ocean and be recovered right away,
I
and then reused.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Are these the only 2 left, or there are some more?
I don't know if there are others left. I know that Northrop Grumman and maybe SRBs, they donated those
Oh, they
to us.
donated. Oh,
But they are real. They flew to space many times, or not space, but they launched many times because these never went to space. Sorry about that.
okay.
They never got anywhere close to space.
Okay.
But without them, we wouldn't have been able to get into space.
Thank you for the information.
You're welcome. This is just the booster section
Yeah.
that holds the
Sorry.
yeah.
The big one is liquid fuel.
That is the tank that holds the liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen for the 3 main engines of the shuttle. So they burn together, so those separate. And then the 3 main engines that they continue
To the orbit.
to get them into orbit, and then as soon as they get into orbit, those 3 main engines shut off and are never used again.
Wow.
They're not even used to come back into the air.
When will the thing portion
They're looking at sometime in 2026.
or it's a couple years ago?
Yeah, all this will be assembled and put in there. Well, they'll be put in one at a time. Assembled, and then the rest of the building will wrap around.
And solid rocket.
Yeah.
Like fluid.
Now, were these reusable?
Yeah.
Okay, so
These are the shuttle were the reusable parts of the shuttle stuff.
on Endeavor or both or any of
I don't know off the top of my head how many and no, those
Thank you. Columbia was the one that phone was unwritten. And then Challenger was the O-ring. I thought it was the O-ring.
Well, they totally they grounded the program.
Yeah.
Endeavor was built to replace them. So Endeavor is the new shuttle of the
I remember exactly where I was.
Yeah, I think we all do that.
I was at college and I was walking by the,
What year in college?
it was an 86.
So what?
I'm sorry, I was a senior.
I was a junior.
Oh, nice. So I was at Cornell and I was walking by the graduate center and all of a sudden the door flies open and somebody screams, the shuttle blew up. And it was actually on my birthday, I think it was 27, 26. 28, the day
28th
after.
of
Yeah.
January. February 1st.
And I walked in the door and there was a little lounge, the graduate student, the TV was on. And it is so vivid. I mean, I can close my eyes and be
I know
exactly
all
there.
of it. Yeah, I was
Right.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Well, it had gotten to a point where, you know, the first couple times I watched it, you know, live, and then they were doing it so many times, you know, nobody cared anymore.
Right. It's like a
But the O-ring froze, right? And then
yeah, it was especially cold night in Florida, and the condensation that built up on everything, not just the O-ring, froze, and the O-ring was water,
yeah.
so they cracked,
Yeah.
and that was really, really hot.
Right.
It's a giant
We're ready to go up.
Construction guys, you know, they got the big project going on. There's always a flag like when you top out the high rise, you always
yeah,
put a
the highest crane is always
Yeah.
the flag, yeah. Go up.
Oh, here we go. Now they're lifting it. It's moving. There it goes.
tell us, man. Shame on you.
Sorry, hey, it's going up.
All for yourself. I see that.
I'm doing a time lapse, so this will be like in 5 seconds.
Wait, what was that?
What's that?
Something fell?
No, it sounds like it, but no. Just let go of it. Hold it.
Now we're gonna gently lower that into those racks right there. They're trying to make sure it's lined up correctly.
Because I remember when they brought
Now they're lowering it to place now, slowly.
Guys in here doing his paperwork.
You've been sitting there long enough. Come on, man. Get it done while you can.
There it goes. It's almost down completely. Slowly, slowly, gently, gently. Almost there.
How many tons of propellant altogether inside of it? How many tons of propellant altogether inside of it? How many
It's a
seconds?
million pounds.
They're putting it back in the tank.
And it's more of a jello pudding consistency.
Pardon me?
Whereas the B2 you're getting at the same time, that is liquid hydrogen gas.
Oh, yes. Hey. Hey, how you doing, brother?
It's down.
They're in there in supports. Okay. We're celebrating that. They were designed to have
As the thing expands.
Smash money.
as the section
Heat, right.
that's why they were of a rubber material.
So-
Not rubber like on
right.
shoes, but they were built to expand with the heat. So because if it was all metal,
Got it. So each,
it's kind
are
of
they
like a,
segment? Is the pipe segment?
yeah,
You know,
it's
between the segment is where
where the O-rings up, the black ones. So those sections were all put together.
how
So,
we understand
right.
how that happens.
Right. No, that's a good question. A lot of people.
So that's one. So they're going to have to do it again with the second one back there a little later. Oh, you're fine.
My name is Eddie, by the way.
I'm Winston.
Winston?
Yeah.
All right. I'm in your picture somewhere.
It's okay. It's part of the experience because you work here. Yeah.
Were you there at the bridge? When they filmed the Toyota? They had an actual Toyota. The trailer there.
The best video I saw that was a compilation of that video relaxing.
Yeah,
And it's like, it's so well done.
yeah. It's very cool. In the
You know, I'm-
before you go down.
I admit that I do feel bad for the workers who had to go through all that trouble to affix those metal plate bars, whatever you want to call it, to the solid rocket booster so it could be lifted properly. Because now they're going to have to do all that work to unscrew the bolts as well. Or maybe they might leave it there to be lifted in the future when they move it again to be set upright. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's amazing. The thing that I always tell people about getting the parts here is, you know, from wherever they've landed, ET at Port of Long Beach, Endeavor at LAX, just getting them from those points to here is a massive engineering undertaking. And the other thing that the Science Center didn't promote or, you know, let be publicly known. When Endeavor came through the streets, they did have to remove trees, like chop them down.
Right.
But for every tree that had to be removed, the Science Center planted 3 in its place.
Oh, great.
Paid for the care and tending of them for a year, and taught the community how to then continue taking care of them. So, you know, people say, well, they tore down trees, and I'm like, but you didn't know that they planted 3 trees. Every tree they had to remove, and they paid for it for a year, and they taught the communities how to take care of them. And so the communities were even more proud to have the shuttle come through because they knew the Science Center was giving back rather than just taking and just like, well, you know, we took all this wonderful shade from you, big deal. The Science Center was like, no, we are going to rectify this, make it right, and we're going to give you more than what we took away.
Yeah, I remember that controversy because a lot of those trees were on Crenshaw that were chopped down. You know, and I'll add this comment to that point because they built the train down the street after the shuttle came through, so they were going to chop down the trees anyway to restore that right away down the street. So it's just as well. And I knew about the replanting of the trees, and I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
My favorite was when it was on Crenshaw. I'm standing on the sidewalk, and I could literally reach out and touch the wing, and it was this far from the building. I was inches. I was just astonished.
When these guys came down Fig underneath the stoplights, There
Oh,
was
that-
maybe
oh,
about
okay.
a foot
Oh wow.
from
Yeah.
the top of
Wow.
them to the bottom of the stoplight.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I was amazed because I was standing right at the turn over there, how easily these guys navigated that
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, watching the crane operators and the truck drivers,
Yep.
I mean, they're pros. Just like
Yeah.
a pro athlete makes it look like you and I can go play that sport. And it's like, no, it is not easy.
They made this look simple.
Right?
They really did. Kudos to them.
And, you know, all the planning that had to go into where are we going to store them, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because these aren't just like placed on the ground, they're subterranean.
Oh, yeah.
Because even though they're not going to be sitting here that long, they have to be protected.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because
So it's on,
as we all
it's
know,
on
the
a
ground
concrete
moves
pad.
out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
When do they anticipate?
November
assembling?
is when they're putting the solid rocket boosters inside.
Okay.
The aft skirts, or as I call them, the big elephant feet, because that's what they look like, are already in there. Then these guys will go in.
In
then
November?
the forward skirt, that is the piece that fits on the rounded top. Then the nose cone will go on, and then they will go in.
Okay.
And then in January, the external tank, ET, the orange tank, will go down and go in. And then Endeavor will be put in.
That's the building right there that
That's
they're
the
building.
building right there that they're constructing.
Okay.
I saw the nose cones. Are the skirts in there around there as well?
Yeah, they're underneath.
Okay. They're always gonna be there.
But I was here when they put the aft skirts in. Same thing. Even though they're tiny compared to these, they're not. They're 18
wide,
feet
yeah.
diameter at the base,
Uh-huh.
and 12 feet diameter at the top, 7.6 feet tall, and weigh 13,000 pounds.
Oh, wow.
all each. Those crane operators made it look so easy, and the margin of error was less than the width of a nickel
Really?
to get them in the right spot
Oh wow.
on the isolator tank.
Oh wow.
Which I think I told you can take up to an 8.5 something earthquake.
Okay.
So it's isolated.
Yeah.
Endeavor's currently on isolator,
Yeah.
more rockers, like if it's in the cradle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But the whole thing is on an isolated pad. So those are already in there, and I got to be here for that and actually go in and look down on them.
Oh, wow.
I heard you say subterranean earlier. Are you saying that
It's-
part
it's-
of the building is below
Correct.
ground? Okay.
Yeah, I've got a photo here.
Oh, so it's gonna sit down
Yeah.
lower.
Yeah. So where I was standing to take this photo,
Oh,
I was ground level.
Oh wow.
So you can see how high, how far down they're
Oh,
going.
so the skirts are already there.
The skirts are already in
Got
there.
it.
They went in July.
Okay. Do you
I
know
think I
approximately
remember.
how many feet that is below grade?
You know, I don't know off the top of my head
That's
how,
all right.
how far
down.
below ground level that is. But I know the profile is still going to be, I think, between 12 and 15 stories high.
Oh, even with it being below grade like that. Okay. 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 Okay.
Because the whole shuttle stack,
Wow, yeah.
when it's vertical, will be roughly 170 to 175 feet tall.
Wow, that's 17
And that's
stories.
even with it down
Yeah.
underneath. So that's why I'm counting stories from ground level.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you'll still be able to see the profile of it when you're on the freeway.
Okay.
Oh, is it gonna be glass? that can
You
see,
won't
or-
be able to see it, but you'll see the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be like, what's in that
Oh,
building? You're like,
yeah.
the space shuttle's in that building. And if we wanted to, we could launch it out the roof.
I could kick myself for never going to an actual launch, but I was in Orlando visiting my family when Endeavor did a night. It was like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we stood outside. Orlando's like 60 miles from
Yeah.
Cape Canaveral, and it was like this little
Tiny
bright
little
candle
red,
going
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
I was
little orange
amazed.
ball of
Yeah.
fire.
That even at that distance, it was impressive.
Yeah.
I've never
I
seen.
unfortunately never got to see a launch or a landing, but because I've only lived in LA since 2005. But I did hear the sonic booms a few times.
I was
when they
gonna say
landed.
that. I didn't
And-
make it to a launch, but I heard the sonic boom.
Yeah,
Or
and-
felt them.
It sounds like one, but there's actually two.
Mhm.
The nose breaks the sound barrier first, and then the tail, like
So it's a boom
nanos
boom.
it.
Yeah.
It's a boom boom, but
Yeah.
it sounds like one percussive boom,
Mhm.
but it's actually two. The
Right.
nose and the tail create two sonic booms,
Wow.
but they're so
Yeah.
close to each other that your ear can't decipher the
Right.
difference that there's
Right.
two,
Right.
but there's actually
By the time it gets to you as well.
by the time the sound travels through the air, it gets to you, and depending on how hot or how cold it is, also depends on how fast it gets
Right,
to
right.
you. Sound will travel faster in cooler weather because there's not as much air molecules, friction to slow it down. In warmer weather, it will take longer, but it will sound louder because of the air molecules are
Magnifying.
vibrating
Okay.
and act as an amplifier. The reason I know this is I'm an audio engineer.
Okay.
I'm an audio engineer.
Oh, okay, nice.
So-
As a profession?
Yes.
Okay. With film or TV or?
Both.
Just,
Okay.
I work in the post side. I sit in a nice climate controlled room and bring all the elements together and make sure that they tell the story orally
Okay.
along with the picture.
Nice.
You don't know Doug Mountain by chance?
I do. He's one of my best friends.
He's a good friend of mine as well.
Oh, really? What's your name?
Scott Frentrop.
Scott.
Scott Frentrop, yeah.
Oh my God. I should text him
So,
right now and be like, I'm here with
Oh
Scott.
yeah, take a photo. That'd be great.
Where's my
I just saw him last Christmas time. I was working out at Warner Brothers. I do special events.
I'll take you back. You
Get
should
him
turn
back,
around
back,
so
yeah.
that
Let me get out your photo. Looks like they are taking those metal bars off of the solid rocket booster.
So like for that.
Trying to stay out their picture. You know, I was really blessed to stand next to one of the California Science Center guest services workers. She was very knowledgeable about everything here, so hopefully that audio picked up here on this live broadcast. So she was a wealth of information. I learned a lot just standing here listening to her and talking to her. I am going to sign off. It was a blessing to be here to see this in person. It was a pleasure and an honor to be here to see this in person. I saw the space shuttle fly in. I saw it come down Crenshaw, and I saw it make that turn off of Martin Luther King onto the grounds here and past the Coliseum to make it onto the grounds of the California Science Center all 11 years ago. I saw that external fuel tank right there come down the street, down Vermont to the Science Center. And now I can say I saw the solid rocket boosters arrive here on the grounds of the California Science Center and be moved off of those trucks onto the rigs to be prepared to for the future assembly to the space shuttle and external fuel tank. So it's like a whole full circle moment. That was 11 years in the making. I could stick around for the second one, but that's going to be a long time from now. I'm going to sign off and get on with the rest of the day. But I definitely will be back. I'm going to come back and see the space shuttle. I believe the space shuttle is over there in that white building before they move it over to the permanent building right there, before they close the exhibit at the end of the year. And of course, God willing, be back for a viewing of the whole thing together in maybe two and a half years from now. Thanks for watching, everybody.